Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. youtube.com/astrodroids, as in astromech droids from Star Wars like R2-D2. Okay, now that we got where to look out of the way, this is what we're reviewing today. The electronic cigarette by NJoy, the NPro. They also have an E-Cig, which has like a cigarette holder on the end. The NPro is more like a traditional cigarette. I don't know if you've ever even heard of electronic cigarettes, but I must tell you that I'm completely impressed. I quit smoking about a month and a week ago, 5 weeks ago, whatever. And the first 3 days were a bear, the nicotine addiction and fighting that. Although I have a lot of willpower, I can fight that. I really enjoy smoking. I love to smoke. I love the act of smoking, the inhaling the smoke and feeling the hit in the back of your throat, the social part of it where you actually smoke with other people or actually hold the cigarette in your hand. I really enjoy it. I've smoked for over 30 years and it's just like a part of who I am, and that's what bothered me more than the addiction. With that said, I found this electronic cigarette community online and I was like, I have to check this out. What this kit comes with, and I found that they're all basically the same. There are tons of brands. There's like E-Cig, which has a blue light on the end instead of a red. There's all these different numbered ones. I saw one in the smoke shop where I bought this, a gas pipe called just plain E-cigarette. But anyway, this NPro, I found a review site and it's number 5 on their list, but it also seems like a really solid product. It comes in 4 colors. You can see the top 4 there. This is the silver one, which comes with 2 batteries. This is the cigarette part, I guess you would call it. There's the fire end. The draw end has just like a hole. And if you can see it, there's like 2 notches where it lets air in, but we'll talk about that later. Basically, that's why I'm doing this in front of a mirror so you can see what I'm doing. See how it lights up when you draw on it? And that's just the battery. There's no smoke in this part yet. It knows when you draw on it. That's how it activates it. It's got 2 little gaps here at the end too, one on each side where the air goes in. And that activates this little device, which is the atomizer. If you can see down in there, there's like a wire mesh looking thing that is actually what activates and makes the mist. It's just a mist. There's no real smoke. That's another really cool thing about electronic cigarettes. You can smoke them inside or anywhere in a restaurant where even if there's no smoking, this does not emit smoke. There is no secondhand smoke. It's wonderful. It's just mist, basically flavored mist. You do get that hit in the back of your throat. You feel like you're actually smoking. It comes with a battery charger, and there is a car charger and a USB charger available, which I ordered. They came with 5 cartridges, they call them. Basically, the cartridges are just this little white thing right here. It has some like filter material like cotton or whatever in it, and it has like drops of the liquid, and it does have nicotine. There are 5 different nicotine strengths, so if you wanted to wean yourself off of smoking, you could do that. There's one with no nicotine at all where it's just flavor. And I found a bunch of flavors. They call it e-juice, or there are a few different names for it, but the most common is like e-juice for electronic cigarettes, and you can buy like a little vial of flavored juice in all of the different milligram strengths of nicotine, but also the nicotine free, where it's like they have grape, apple, I've seen banana, I've seen cola, I've seen Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew flavors. I mean, and you just drop like 4 or 5 drops, you fill up this cotton receptor here, which comes in the cartridges. It comes down there. You can see where that's the filter end where you draw on it. And this little white cartridge comes embedded in this filtered cartridge, and then when you push it onto the atomizer, you just push it down in, and the actual atomizer fiber, I guess you would call it like a mesh, goes into the liquid, and then when you draw on it, the battery actually activates the atomizer, because that connection there, the positive and negative, when you screw into it, that this is the battery for the atomizer. The atomizer makes the mist out of the liquid that's in here, and it comes out of the hole into your mouth when you suck on it. So it actually, you use it just like a real cigarette, basically, and it's just mist that comes out, flavored mist. And you can choose to either have nicotine or no nicotine. With that said, I've used this for a day and a half now, and the battery still has not went dead. But the cartridge did run out after more than a day and a half of smoking on it. And what's nice about it is you don't have to like smoke like with a real cigarette. You smoke the cigarette, and then you put it out, you go back to whatever, and then you get a craving. Well, this you actually can keep with you all day long, so you only need like a drag every few minutes, instead of thinking of like a bunch of drags on a cigarette till it's gone in a 6-minute time period. You smoke this constantly, but less frequently, like you'll take a drag off of it every 5 minutes or something. That's what I've been doing, and it really, really satisfies that urge to smoke. I can't say enough how much I am glad I found this product. Like I was saying in the beginning of the video, it wasn't so much the addiction. I could fight that. It's the actual act of cigarette and having that break, that cigarette break, or that time. It just really put me all out of sorts. That's what I was having trouble dealing with. And this solves all my problems. It's clean, just use it anywhere. And I'm going to go ahead and put one together here. Because like I said, that cartridge did finally run out after 25 hours, so you can see what it's like. I'm just going to put the camera down for a second. There we go. I had to open that cellophane package. That's a bear. This is the way they come when they're pre-filled. And this white cap is actually just a cap. You pull that out and throw it away. That's to keep the juice from getting everywhere. Now I'm going to assemble this. Basically just put the atomizer in the battery and slide the filter looking juice container down over the atomizer. I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, I've assembled it. Just you screw the atomizer into the battery, and then you slide this down over the atomizer, and it's ready to go. You can see that it works just like a real cigarette. You draw on it, the end lights up, and it's making smoke when the light is on the end. There is a little trick, those two holes that I showed you on the sides, just like a light cigarette, if you cut it off at the holes, it'll make it a full strength. You can do that and get a bigger drag. Like I said, I'm a big fan. It's a great product. If you're just quitting smoking or thinking about quitting smoking, excellent alternative. I'm glad I found it. Happy vaporing. That's what they call it, vaping. So I'm going to vape for a few minutes. Till next time, Rick. Bye.